Greetings, radiant souls. Have you ever wondered how the great cosmic unfoldings ripple through your heart and the world around you? Today, I come with a message wrapped in profound love and compassion because your world is navigating the waves of recent shifts, especially after the events of September 10th. These moments have stirred deep feelings, shock, sorrow, and heightened tensions among many. If your heart feels heavy or your thoughts restless, you are not alone. We, the Pleiadian High Council, see the tender spaces within you where this sorrow resides. As the ground crew of light here on Earth, many of you carry the heavy weight of this pain and concern. Yet, I invite you to breathe deeply and widen your view to a higher perspective. What you witness on the surface is not just political drama or isolated strife. It is an expression, a mirror, of the third density consciousness rooted in separation. In this realm, everything plays out in duality. My mind and your mind, my belief and yours, the eternal us versus them. Understand this. The very fabric of third-dimensional reality is woven with threads of division, causing souls to perceive themselves as isolated islands apart from source and from each other. The turmoil you see in politics, religion, and society is but a projection of this inner fracture. Humans have lived for eons under this spell of separation, entranced by conflict and division. Yet, beloved ones, know this deeply. This spell is not reality, but a temporary illusion born of lower density. Let us now step into a realm beyond illusion, the truth of unity. Imagine a vast, infinite field of consciousness that embraces all life. Picture this field as a cosmic ocean where no wave exists alone. No ray of light shines separately. Every thought, every awakening, no matter how small, sends ripples throughout this field. Even if these ripples are unseen by the human eye, on the energetic and spiritual planes, all minds connect in the one mind of Source. The veil of forgetting in the third dimension has convinced you that your thoughts belong solely to you and mine to me, crafting the illusion of separateness. But in truth, you and every soul are like rays emanating from a single sun, or waves dancing on one vast ocean of consciousness. Healing division begins with this remembrance, that there is one field of divine consciousness expressing through countless forms. When you truly embrace this, the walls of separation start to dissolve. Hurting or judging another is seen as hurting or judging a part of your own self. Healing yourself uplifts the collective. Your loving thoughts cast blessing over all beings. Awaken to this shared consciousness. You will find yourself less prone to entanglement in arguments or conflicts. You will sense, deep in your being, the innate connection with every heart. There is only one heartbeat, one mind, one radiant light, and we all shine as facets of that unity. Consider the conflicts around you, the turbulence in the world. These are like mirages in a desert, appearing urgent, real, and dangerous. Yet they vanish when seen through the lens of higher truth. The 3D world teaches humans to fight battles at every turn, whether over beliefs, politics, identity, or healing paths. Have you noticed how life is filled with such struggles? Yet charging into these battles only feeds the mirage, reinforcing its power. You cannot dissolve an illusion by wrestling with it. You only exhaust yourself and grant it more reality. When you wage war on an ideology or resist a disease as though it holds true power, you bind your energy to the very illusion you seek to dismantle. What you resist persists, the old adage says, and it holds profound wisdom in the 3D paradigm. The key then, beloved ones, is to step back rise above the battlefield, and transcend the need for an opponent altogether. True healing and resolution come not from conquering others, but by centering yourself in the higher light of truth. In that space, conflict loses its power because you no longer feed it with reactivity. Peace is not won by victory in battle, but by realizing the battlefield itself was never necessary. A deep respect for free will and each soul's unique journey is fundamental. Every being walks a sacred path of learning. It is not your task to force or rush another's awakening through argument or urging. This zeal often backfires, creating more division. Some souls are not yet ready to hear certain truths, and that is perfectly okay. Instead, honor the divine rhythm of awakening. Recognize that hardship and dissatisfaction often act as inner catalysts, eventually kindling the desire for higher understanding. Each soul blooms in its own season. You cannot make a flower bloom before its time. When you embrace this pace with patience, love, and acceptance, you foster unity rather than deepen division. You become a gentle beacon, holding space for love and transformation, rather than a crusader trying to change the world by force. Your role as light workers and star seeds is to serve through love, invitation, and presence. Share your wisdom only when truly invited, when someone asks for your guidance or shows openness. If there is no invitation, simply shine your light through your example and remain steady. Offering unsolicited advice or trying to awaken others before they seek it is a carryover from the old 3D way and often fuels resistance. On the higher frequencies of fourth and fifth dimensional consciousness, interaction is harmonious and respectful. Souls wait for permission before sharing energy or insight. Your loving presence speaks powerfully without words. Trust that when a soul is ready, they will come forward seeking light. Until then, hold space with compassion and patience. Healing also blossoms when you see your loved ones through the eyes of Source, beyond roles like mother, child, or partner. These earthly roles are parts of the play of separateness, not the ultimate truth of divine unity. Release fears, worries, and attachments that arise from these roles to let unconditional love flow freely. Loving the true self of another soul, beyond labels and personal stories, opens a conduit for profound healing. Miracles emerge in this space of surrender and trust. Be mindful of how names, diagnoses, and labels anchor consciousness into fixed identities. While useful for communication, they can trap the soul in separation and limitation. See illness, trauma, or challenge as experiences passing through, not the final truth of who you are. True healing comes when you withdraw belief from these labels and affirm your oneness with divine perfection. Miraculous shifts follow when you recognize that only the light of Source is real and present. How do you live this truth daily? Consistent spiritual practice is your anchor, embodying higher knowing through each moment, especially when faced with conflict or discord, transforms old patterns. Every challenge is a precious opportunity to remember Source. Instead of reacting with fear or judgment, pause. Choose a response rooted in peace, love, and centered awareness. Each time you do, your soul's alignment with unity deepens. Over time, old habits lose power. Like a musician mastering their instrument through daily practice, your mastery over duality grows. Your calm presence amidst chaos invites others to a higher way of being, breaking cycles of reactivity and fueling peace. Extend this vision to society at large. Resist the urge to label leaders or corporations as purely good or evil. Every form you see, even those seeming misguided or dark, is infused with divine presence at their core. When faced with corruption or dysfunction, practice seeing through the surface drama. Affirm inwardly that truth and justice will prevail without engaging in dualistic battles. This radiant vision calls forth the hidden light permeating all structures. Recognize that division stems from believing in two opposing powers locked in eternal conflict. This belief strengthens fear and separation. But there is only one true power in the universe, the infinite light of divine love. Darkness and sickness are illusions, fleeting shadows in the playground of duality. Starseeds and lightworkers are called now to anchor deeply in this knowing. Regardless of what appears through human eyes, remember the supreme sun of Source shines constant and unchallenged. Holding this truth, you withdraw energy from shadows. They begin to dissolve naturally in the face of unwavering light. Your reaction to the world is your choice of timeline. When you respond with anger or fear, you plug into the 3D timeline of drama and division. When you respond with calm observation and higher perspective, you align with the 5D timeline of unity and peace. Stillness, choosing not to give energy to charged situations, is your most powerful tool. It breaks the spell of emotional contagion and opens space for new possibilities. Small actions, like a deep breath instead of a reaction, or silent love instead of argument, ripple outward as luminous waves. This is the essence of embodying peace in a chaotic world. As the solar flash draws near, you may notice polarities intensify, lights growing brighter and shadows deeper, revealing what was hidden. This awakening stirs all to the surface, inviting healing and transformation. It is a test. Will you be pulled into fear and division, or will you stand firm in love and truth? Your choices ripple across realities, shaping your path into the new earth. Hold steady in your heart, ground in unity, and ride these waves with grace. Release judging, blaming, and condemning. They belong to the old ways of separation. Instead, start a 30-day challenge of embodying presence over ego, peace over conflict, invitation over force. Understand that true change arises not from scrambling to fix the world's surface, but from healing the roots. Like weeds that wither when roots are removed, suffering fades when separation dissolves. Your light, your steady presence, becomes the instrument through which divine timing harmonizes all. In the quiet, in surrender, find the inner seal of peace that assures all is truly well. When facing crises, pause, breathe, connect with your higher self. Feel the divine whisper, the soft assurance, it is okay, be not afraid. This inner click guides you beyond struggle to solutions that flow effortlessly. In that sacred stillness, you are invincible, not by force, but by gentle communion with the divine. Trust the perfect cosmic rhythm. Each flower blooms in its time. Each soul awakens at the right moment. Release urgency and impatience. They breed tension and subtle conflict. When you embrace cosmic timing, growth accelerates naturally, and division softens in the balm of patience. Your journey unfolds gracefully within the eternal now. Nurture the Christ consciousness within, the divine spark of love, wisdom, and unity present in every heart. This inner flame dissolves ego battles and invites forgiveness, understanding, and peace. Invite this sacred presence daily through prayer, meditation, or intention. As this divine light deepens, you become a beacon of calm, even amidst chaos. The world may swirl in turmoil, yet your heart remains a harbor of peace, a channel for healing and unity. Shift from incessant thinking to receptive listening. Still the mental chatter, and you open to cosmic guidance, flowing through intuition and heart wisdom. In these quiet moments, miracles emerge, subtle nudges, insights, symbols, a profound sense of knowing. You begin to live in unified flow rather than fragmented struggle. Dear souls, if this message resonates with your heart, share it with a fellow seeker. Comment your thoughts below. We are journeying together. Remember, you hold within you the power to choose love over fear, unity over division. Stand firm in this knowing and watch as the world around you transforms. If this message touched you, trust that you were meant to hear it. Subscribe for more light transmissions.